Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell of Lost Souls Tabletop News with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan!
Yes.
It's Epic Spell Wars time.
Say it in a high voice.
Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards! Which one's?
Yes.
Melee at Murdershroom Marsh!
Yeah, this is the third
the third
Epic Spell Wars game. Basically, it's a standalone, but you can combine it with the other Epic Spell Wars.
You have to.
Yes.
You need to.
Yeah, sure. It's going to have some new rules, but it's all the same kind of basic game. You're going to be flinging spells at your opponents. You're going to build them together, flinging spells at your opponents, and trying to kill them.
Yeah. I'm a fan. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh, you're a huge fan.
I'm a fan of Epic Spell Wars.
Yeah.
Epic! No, the reason this is just such a fun party game, too. It's goofy.
It's super easy to learn.
The colors, the mechanics
the
of
artwork.
it. Everybody's going to die, and it's great.
That's the thing. People just start dying.
Yeah, you just blow stuff up, and then you keep playing. It's multiple rounds. So
your death is not the end.
Oh, no. So. It's good time. Anyway, I'm excited.
Let's open it up then.
Let's take a look inside. Epic Spell Wars. Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards. Melee at Murdershroom Marsh.
Look at that murderous shroom.
That is a
all the
shroom.
skeletons.
Let me just preface this by saying, these games are so wacky and fun.
Yes.
And, they are slightly offensive.
Yes.
So
mature content. If you're under
18,
15, I think the
35,
recommended age is 15. So if you're under that, stop.
Yeah. But no, it's actually there's just a lot of adult.
Yeah, a lot of adult humor. I mean,
but it's goofy and silly and
it's a lot of good art. We're gonna see this in a second.
Yeah.
As they advertise, 85% more violent and offensive than the last two games combined. So that's great. This is the third one in the series, and
if you get a chance, if you're just in a game store, we're not gonna read this stuff.
Yeah.
If you're in a game store though and you see one of these boxes,
just read it.
Just read it. Do yourself a favor.
You'll know what it's about.
You'll laugh. You'll get why I was laughing.
So this is a card game. It's really going to be mostly cards, but there's some standees.
Before we do this real fast,
can
we just explain
what
the concept of this game?
Yeah. So each player is playing a wizard.
Yeah.
And each wizard, totally unique wizards. These are actually some of them. You are going to be building spells based off the cards from 1 to 3 cards, and they kind of progress in the spells, and you're going to fling them at your opponents.
Yes.
While you do that, you have to do it in a voice.
You do have to do a voice. That's why I did my voice earlier.
Yes. So it's part of the rules. And
you have to recite the name of the spell.
Exactly. Now the cool part of this, the design of the game, is each of the spell cards, there's a beginning, middle, and end cards.
Yeah. We'll show those off.
We'll show them off. You have to do it in that order. If you want to do 3 cards all together, you have to do a beginning, middle, and end. Yeah. They kind of progress in the art style, so they kind of correspond with each other. It's really cool. But yeah, that's kind of the basic premise. Yeah. It's a really simple game.
But you're basically trying to knock out the other players.
Yeah, each player has the same health bar, and that's the simplicity of it. You're just trying to get them out.
Even if you knock them out of the game, for that game, they will come back. You're supposed to play multiple rounds and have the best whoever wins 3 games first.
Yeah, so if you die, that's not the end of it. We'll go over this in the rule.
We'll come back.
This is the rule book. Now, these are the. I'm going to open this up. These are the different wizards.
We gotta look at it.
So if you want to take a look.
I'll keep going.
So the last one had a punch out as well.
This is pretty great. Yeah, this is the Murdershroom Marsh, and then these are.
Look at the art style.
Yes. If you're a fan of this art style, you deserve it. You owe it to yourself to pick this game up. If you were a fan of Supermax or Rick and Morty, those kind of weird, funky art styles, just crazy. Okay, Evan is giggling. Hang on. There are dice involved. Some of the spells require you to roll dice to see the effects of which version of the spell. For example, here's an end. This looks like an end. Demonic Diner. If you roll power, you roll the number of dice and it'll correspond to the damage.
Yes.
We'll come back to that. He's giggling like a madman over here.
Man.
All right, so these are the 2 decks. These are
open a pack.
We'll open up a pack.
Yeah. I'm gonna start going over.
Hang on.
Yeah.
We also got this, and then just for completeness sake, nothing else in the box. Okay. Now,
all right.
Evelyn,
you were
giggling like a madman.
Here are the new wizards for this third version of the game. We have Briny Brittany, Terror from the Deep. So these are going to be just the kind of face cards.
That one. What is that
Each one has the same kind of health bar. You're all going to start at 20. It has the same one, so there's not a difference. But the wizard you play is only aesthetic. It doesn't have to do. They don't have different abilities or anything like that. So we have Dungstar, the Poo Pope. Same on the back. Let's see. We have. Oh my god, this is upside down. Embryonicus, Archmage of the future.
Oh my god. He's in the belly of like the Wicked Witch of the West. The green. Oh my goodness.
We have Lord Darklord, the Lord of Darkness, and kittens.
This is ridiculous. Lord Darklord, Lord of the Darkness, and kittens.
We have Mad King Munch, the Nutcracker.
Nutcracker. He is an actual nutcracker, by the way.
Yes, he is an actual nutcracker. We have Malice from Weirdo Land. Weirdo. Land. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Get it, Alice from Wonderland. This is it. Malice from Weirdo Land. Smaller and stranger. Oh, she's got the smaller and stranger. Okay, I get it.
We have Rear Admiral Pat Miney?
Pat Mahoney. Pat my hiney.
Ah!
This is terrible. Pat Mahoney.
And we have Thok and Early. So, some great stuff here. Some great stuff.
War and Peace. You got the brainy guy and then the not so.
Yeah. There we go.
Pat Mahoney.
Man, that's great.
That
I'm gonna be Lord Darklord.
I'm gonna be the rear
Lord of Darkness.
And
kittens.
So we've opened up one of the packs. We'll just show this up, right?
So actually, how about you put together a spell for us?
Okay, let me
find a beginning, middle, and end.
You have to have a source.
Yes. So the source card is gonna be the beginning.
That's the first card.
Now, each spell has a different element involved with it. There's darkness, there's elemental, and sometimes if you put like all darkness in one spell, for instance, this first one this middle one he chose. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I can't even show this card.
Let's skip that one.
I can't show it.
But if you like have all of one element or all of every single element,
okay. I'd rather show the violence off than that.
Sure. You can like have different abilities. It's gonna be more powerful. Like some cards will say different. Yeah. Let's just show it off.
Sorry, I couldn't. Okay, so I have built a spell.
Okay.
When you on your turn, what you're gonna do is you're gonna play up to 3 cards. To cast a spell, you need to have at least. I think you have to have a source. Or is it you have to have?
You have to have a source. Yes.
Yeah, I think you have to have a starter card.
Yeah.
And if you cast a spell with all the same element, it usually gets a bonus. You don't have to though.
It doesn't necessarily, but usually.
Yeah.
It does. But there's different. Like there's this one has 2 elements, which is kind of new to this game. It's illusion and arcane.
Because what'll happen is these will give you bonuses. So you resolve each spell effect as you cast it. So
I also want to point out why not always play 3 cards. Well, the player turn goes for the player who plays only 1 card goes first, 2 cards next, and then 3 cards.
If I wanted to go first, maybe I just play the single card.
Yeah.
Which is just a source card.
Yeah. If you know that your opponent's going to be like dead soon, you're going to play a source card only. But play them back down. If everyone plays 3 cards.
Yeah.
Or 2 cards. There's a number at the bottom. There's a number right there. That's an 8. The person with the I think highest number goes first in that sequence. So if there's 2 players with 3 cards out, the highest number goes first.
Look, they're all in the rules.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The funny part about it
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm getting bogged down in the rules.
Yeah, forget the rules for a minute.
Okay.
This is just silly. That's the point.
Let's hear your spell. Now you have to do it in a voice.
So real quick, this is King Tut. Tut and Putz. Hang on, forfeiting bad brain day. But when you cast the spell, when you play the spell, you're supposed to say it in a appropriate voice for your character. So Evan, I want you to give me a character card.
Okay.
And then I will read my spell off.
I like the Lord. We're gonna do the Lord. So Lord Darklord, the Lord of Darkness and kittens.
So I am playing as Lord Darklord.
Yeah.
So now I have to do my spell. Okay. In my mind, Lord Darklord, Lord of Kittens and Darkness. I am casting King Tut and Putz, forfeiting bad brain day.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, see, you gotta say it like in a...
It's part of the rules. If you don't say it in a voice, you don't get to do the spell.
What about, Evan, you have to do this one now, and I'm gonna make you do... Mad King
Oh,
Munch.
man. Put me on the spot.
Nutcracker.
King Tatterpots, forfeiting bad brain day.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
It's on my spot.
You get the idea. Yeah, that was you on the spot. I nailed it. So, you cast the spell successfully or whatever. You're just going to read off the effects.
Yeah.
The arcane here is going to have an effect. that'll allow you to usually roll more dice or whatever. The quality
so
will
it depends
increase.
on what the cards say. But so read out the cards.
So this one, King Tut and Put's first ability, you gain a treasure, which is good.
Treasures are just like item cards that let you do different things or give you bonuses.
The cantrip is discard 2 source cards to add this card from your hand to your spell. So that's something on the back end. So really, the first part of the spell is to gain the treasure.
Yeah.
The second part, forfeiting, deal 2 damage to the foe on your right.
Which would be me right now.
Cantrip, discard 2 quality cards and add this card from your hand to your spell. So that's kind of the thing of the arcane is that it lets you redraw stuff. And then Bad Brain Day. Target a stronger foe. That would be somebody with more hit points. Choose.
Also, sometimes it'll say like a random foe that's stronger that you have to randomize it. But this is you get to choose a stronger foe.
Yep. And then it says roll power,
which is rolling dice.
Rolling dice. I believe that's also the bonus is based on the number of matching icons.
The number of dice is the number of matching icons you have. So you have 3 arcane right here. Right. You get to roll 3 dice. The number you get with all of those dice combined corresponds with down there.
Yeah. So it's either going to do 1 to 4. Is 2 damage, 5 to 9 is 3 damage, and I gain a treasure. And if I roll over 10 on 3 dice, which isn't impossible, 2 damage for each different glyph in your spell.
Which is 2 right now.
Yeah, I have 2 different.
So it'd be 4 damage total to your strongest foe that you chose. Yeah, which is really good.
Well, it's 2 damage for each. So that's actually it's pretty solid.
Yeah, because you have 2 different ones. Yeah.
So it's either going to be it's pretty high damage. Like, there's a pretty good odds.
Well, there's a brain destroying you.
Yeah, that's the other thing about these cards. They're very violent.
Yeah.
Very cartoonish violent.
Very,
so if you are a parent and you don't want, your kid to play, don't buy it. But if you're cool with it, they have some really fun art. And then just to show you guys kind of a different version of the spell, just by swapping out one card.
Look how
you can see how it lines up.
Yeah.
And you can see, even the stuff that doesn't match exactly. Let me just
there should be like some different colors and stuff like that.
Yeah. Here's one. Boom. They still line up. So even though this is a different ability or different magic stream or whatever you want to call it, it's still going to fit with the card. So you can still mix and match the powers. And then just for funsies, let me find an end card real fast. Here we go. Here's the Laser Skin Dolphin. I don't know what's going on there. LSD, Laser Skin Dolphin.
That's obviously what that means.
Yeah. Lucy Skydiamond. Okay, so this is, again, I'm Lord Dark, the Dark Lord, Lord Dark Lord. Pigpox Junior Junkies, hazardous LSD.
Laser Skin Dolphins.
Laser Skin Dolphins.
Yeah. Then obviously they have different abilities.
Yeah, but they're just going to do different triggers, but it works out really well. And there's a ton of these. So this is just one deck. There's 2 in there. I feel like we've explained the game pretty crappily. Right. So let's go ahead and pause real quick. I'm going to clean this stuff up. We'll go over the rules in a little bit more detail. All right, so here's the rules for Epic Spell Wars.
Yes.
They haven't really changed from game to game, but this one does have some new stuff in it. So we're
first one's kind of a... We can't really... It's pretty violent. Let's get this one. That was kind of like...
There's a lot of text. This is background story.
Yeah, it's background story. So, like we said, we already described most of it, so I feel like we should go over what's new.
Well, real quick, too. Yes. Let's talk, again, placing your order. You cannot have 2 qualities. That's an illegal spell. But you have to have you can do a source quality because you have a starting source.
Yeah. You can't have more. No,
sorry. Source quality.
You can have 2 of the same. So you can't have 2 sources, 2 qualities. Yeah.
Correct. Sorry.
You can't have more than 3 cards, obviously, because then that would be breaking the rules too.
Yep.
Everyone places it upside down too, and then we flip over.
Right.
Add some randomness to it.
That's where the initiative order comes in as well. That's the turn order. So players who played 1 spell component takes their turns before wizards who played 2 or 3, etc. 2 goes before 3. If you all play 3, then you look to see who has those numbers that Evan pointed out. That's the delivery. The delivery card will have the number on it to determine who's going to go. So, and then I think a legal spell. Let's see. Yeah, I think a legal spell, you can do a 1 spell card, but it's got to have, I think it starts with just a source.
Sure.
I'll double check that here in a second.
Yeah, so we already talked about glyphs of the different styles of cards. Revealing your spell, everyone flips over at the same time, kind of keeps it on the same page. And yeah, Rolling power. We already
Wait,
did
and
that.
real quick too,
Yeah.
you do have to read in your best wizard voice.
Yes, that is in the rules. So if you don't do it, your spell is negated.
Yeah, your play group can decide the proper punishment for a wizard who fails to read the full name of their spell before starting to resolve it.
Yeah.
If you're missing any of the components, you have to fill stuff in. Missing the source, use your hero's name or your own name.
Yeah.
Missing quality, you don't have to add an objective here, but feel free to make up something creative. And missing the delivery, use any magical word like evocation, conjuration, or invocation.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. These are kind of the rules that you'll find as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on these 2 pages is from the previous 2 games, but you have things like, for instance, creatures. These are whenever you use a spell, you can keep it on your side.
Yeah.
If you roll the right amount of power, and they're passively.
They're gonna hang out.
Yeah, they're gonna hang out. But it's only over like, what do you do if it's a random foe in the card? Well, you're gonna have to randomize it, but also like the strongest or weakest foes, you get to choose stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, 2 new things. Actually, this is the page with all the new things.
Yeah.
We have dual glyph deliveries. They're just going to have 2 different glyphs on them. So there's
Yeah.
going to be fire and skull. They're going to count towards those abilities. Like if it says, for all this one glyph, you get something.
Yeah.
That's going to count towards those. You also have cantrips and bad trips. Cantrips is a new keyword found in the sources and qualities that allow you to add more components to your spell when your spell's initiative comes up. So it's something cool. It kind of like snowballs your spell.
Mm-hmm.
Bad trips are the other new keyword found in the source and quality cards in these sets. When you are seeing too many colors, you're feeling the effects of the Murdershroom on your brain. Typically a lot of different glyphs. And your spell means your spell will be weak, but a bad trip turns that on its head. So
typically when you're playing in the previous editions, you want to try to match as many glyphs as you could. This version of the game is basically saying, hey, even if you don't match, we're going to do some crazy effects.
Yeah,
thanks
exactly.
to bad trips.
Yeah, so that's really cool. These are going to go over. These are not new, but there's like wild magic cards that could be anything really. There's treasures, stuff like that. Treasures talking about their items. Dead wizard deck. When you die, and you're going to play another round after you die because no one has technically won yet, you're going to get a dead wizard card, which is kind of like an ability or a boost at the beginning of the next round.
Right.
So when you're dead, it's not necessarily a bad thing or not necessarily that you're out of the game.
Yeah, because ideally you're playing the best. You're trying to see whoever gets like.
It's the first.
Set a number of wins.
Yeah, it's the first person to 2 wins.
Yeah.
And so if that other person didn't get their second win that last round, then you keep going again until someone gets 2 wins.
So if you're playing with like 3 or 4 people, you could end up playing quite a few
times.
rounds, getting quite a few boosts.
Dead wizard cards, yeah.
Yeah.
Reaction spells, control spells, epic match variants, stuff like that. These are not new. You can look those up. Keep going. We have full spells. So this is going to go over a step-to-step kind of example of a spell and kind of what happens if you're dead, stuff like that. We can kind of skip that over. End of the game. So when the dust settles, last wizard standing token. So the last wizard standing token is what you get when you are the last player in that round. If you get 2 of those, you win the entire game.
This is the big thing. You do get boosts for the next game. Some of those boosts do have the everlasting keywords. Some of them do not.
Yeah.
So if you have everlasting, you're going to get to keep that for the next game. But if you don't, you have to discard your boosts.
Yep.
So you can end up with 2 or 3 boosts depending on how long you play. If you get lucky and get a lot of everlasting stuff.
Yep. That's it.
Pretty fun stuff.
Yeah.
I really like the artwork in this game.
But yeah, that is Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards, a melee on Murdershroom Marsh.
It's fun to say and fun to play.
It's a long.
Let's hop out for a really quick recap. Real quick, guys. One minor note about the legal spells. This is something. It's been a while. I got a little confused. This is how they all work. A legal spell has one. It can have up to 3 different components, but it can only have no more than 1 of each type of component, unless those new cantrips add cards. But that's a different thing together. So when I pick up a spell to play first, it can have a source. It can have a source plus a quality. It can have a quality plus a delivery. It can have a quality. I can have just a delivery. I can have a source plus a delivery, or I can do the big spell, which is a source quality delivery.
Gesundheit.
All right. So, basically, what I'm saying is these are legal spells. You cannot do double ups. That's the only stipulation. And again, the number of cards you play is going to be reflected in your initiative order and stuff like that. That's where that number comes in. So, just to clarify one last time, those are legal spells, 1 of any type, up to 3 cards. And those are illegal spells. You can't do 2 qualities. You can't do a source plus 2 qualities. You can't do 3 deliveries. Sorry, that's just not how it works. All right, so that is Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards, Melee at Murdershroom Marsh. Let's go check out that recap. Well, that was Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards at Murdershroom Marsh.
Yeah, Melee at
Murdershroom Marsh.
That's a huge name. It's a big name.
To get out there,
but yeah, you like it?
Oh, yeah. It's super offensive. It's super violent.
Yeah, as we saw earlier on the back, it says 85% more violent and offensive than the other two games combined.
It totally is.
It's a lot of the same, like, fun artwork. I mean, not same. It's totally different and very...
there's new
very
artwork,
original.
New wizards, obviously.
Yeah, we
new
saw
artwork.
Some of the new rules as well. So,
and I love that artwork. It's that Supermax prison style.
Yeah,
kind of zany,
it's
wonky.
pretty great. It's pretty great.
They
really went all out. They just did not care. They just went for it.
Yeah.
And that's the best part of it. So, and again, this is a standalone copy, but you can mix it with the other copies.
I think you kind of... I would, if it was me playing, I would say play one game at least, or maybe like a round of games.
Oh yeah.
With just this box, and then combine them all.
Oh yeah,
because it's just you gotta experience that the raw melee.
Yeah.
Of murder mushroom.
Murder
Mushroom Marsh.
Murder Mushroom Marsh. Yeah.
Murder Mushroom Marsh.
I wouldn't want to visit there. It doesn't sound
sounds
like a
lovely.
place.
Sounds lovely.
Lovely. Yeah, very lovely.
Anyway, let's crunch the numbers on this one real quick.
Okay.
This one obviously from Cryptozoic.
Yes.
How many players were we talking again?
I think it was 2 to 5. Let's double
2
check.
to 6.
2 to 6.
Yeah.
One more player. 15 up is
it's
the
15
recommended
up.
age.
Yeah.
Which I mean.
Yeah. And I think the playtime is going to vary depending on how many players you have and how many rounds you want to play.
For sure. But it is only $30, which is pretty great. It is a card game, so yeah.
It's super fun, super easy to carry, and it's a great addition to your already existing collection if you have it. So, yeah, fun times. If this is your thing, go pick it up.
And like we said earlier, it's a great party game, easy to learn, but a lot of fun.
For sure. Well, that's it for this Tabletop Spotlight. I'm AdamHarry from Bowls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.